your emotions, and don't underestimate your emotions. What I'm trying to convey here is that it is completely fine to embrace the dark emotions within you as a sense of motivation. Oh yeah, this is the second batch of gummies. So this was before. The raspberry, I'll probably give it like a 7. The strawberry is like a solid 8. The mixed berry is a 7.5 if I had to rate it. So you guys are probably thinking, why does he keep teleporting? And I'll be honest, I've been slacking on the filming because I didn't have this thing with me so I can transfer my memory card into my laptop. My Osmo ran out of space, so just new editor or new filmmaker things. So finally got that sorted out, and now he has some storage and we can finally record. And so I was grabbing some dinner and I was thinking about something that I wanted to share with you guys, which is the idea, and that's gonna be the title of this video too. So if you're here for the juicy stuff, we're gonna be talking about why you need a level of arrogance to succeed. Now, when you're starting out, when you have no accolades to look at, when you're a bit of a loser, whatever, you've had some failures, you haven't had your first big win yet, you might not be in a place where you want to be, you might be facing resistance from society, you might be facing resistance from your past history. Trust me, we've all been there. It is in those exact moments where you need a level of arrogance to push you through. Now, if you take a scale, right? You're starting out, everything you know, first brand, first skill you're learning, first $1,000 you're making, all of those negatives, all of the negative emotions are weighing you down. This is that side of the scale. And alternatively, you have virtually zero positive accolades, zero results you've generated or minimal results you've generated, zero successful businesses, zero personal wins, right? A lot of business is self-development. So this is gonna outweigh this. Now, if you let it, this will be enough resistance to make you wanna stop. But how are you gonna build the history? How are you gonna build the confidence if you don't actually try? If you don't get that first win and then that second win? In those cases, you have to literally be delusional. You have to be having a sense of false self-worth, a sense of delusion to the point where despite all these negatives weighing you down, you still push through. Now there's a Hermosi podcast, and this is something that I've, upon talking to all my friends that are high achievers in their fields, this is a commonality between all of them. Uber successful people have two things in common. Number one is they think they're better than everyone else when it comes to that skill or talent, right? Elon Musk probably thinks he's the Messiah, he's here to save the world, and that is what pushes him. He's worth $400 billion. That doesn't fucking matter. He's here for a purpose, right? That is purpose. You feel like you've been chosen towards a specific purpose or mission. That is number one. Number two is that they are constantly trying to one-up themselves. They feel like they can never do enough. And that is a constant battle. It seems paradoxical, right? But those are the two commonalities. And ask anyone that is successful, they will feel like they never fulfill their internal expectations for themselves, no matter how hard they try. Damn. My monitor is shut off. So, especially when starting out, you need to embrace the delusion. You need to embrace the arrogance. That is the one thing that is helping you push through. You need to think that you're made for this, you're built for this, you're better than anyone else at this. Whatever chip on your shoulder you have, whether that is some ex breaking up with you, whether that is you in high school, whether that is someone thinking less of you, you need to use that as fuel, because that is the only fuel you have to get from level 0 to level 1. Or let's say level 1 was your previous business or the previous time you attempted something, you failed. This is gonna get you out of that rut back to your first accolade, and then you build upon it. Now, people chat shit about being humble, this and that, and usually that is the next stage, right? The next stage is once you have taken enough L's in your life, you've had enough W's in your life, and it just isn't that deep anymore. It just isn't that deep. You feel like you're on a mission, you're to serve a purpose, you have something to work towards, but you don't feel like society and life is against you, right? You're living a great life of fulfillment, purpose, you're living a life of your dreams, and everything is sunshine and rainbows. Not really, but everything feels like sunshine and rainbows, and you've had enough losses in your life that now you have a sense of, hey, this shit isn't that deep. Everyone's striving towards a certain purpose in life, and I'm gonna approach life with that energy, right? You probably have a better support system, you have better friends, you have your family surrounding you, and all of those things. You also have a bunch of accolades that you can logically tell yourself, if you're ever in a rut, that look at all the stuff that I have done. This is a new challenge, I will face it the same way. Now, until you get to that point, Your emotions, and don't underestimate your emotions. Your emotions will be your biggest driving factor to get you from point 0 to point 1. That is the thing that I used when I had 0 fitness accolades and I started training for Ironmans and High Roxes and triathlons and marathons. That is the same emotion I embraced when I had 0 business knowledge. I never made $1 in my life online, and I was like, fuck this. I am the one. I'm him. I need to fucking go from 0 to whatever monetary goal I had at the time, right? Whether that was proving other people wrong, whether that's proving myself right, whatever, right? So that is something I've been thinking about, and that it might be controversial knowledge, but it is the truth. Nobody else is going to tell you this. Every successful person is going to be telling you stuff from their perspective, and at that point, they have accolades that they can rely on. They have wins and losses that they can counterbalance and look at the trajectory of their life and think to themselves, look, I'm doing all right. You know, I don't need to rely on purely emotions. But if you're starting out, if you're a beginner, if you're starting your first brand, if you're facing resistance against society, your emotions will be your biggest asset. Your emotions will be the driving force that gets you to the point where you want to get. Now, this doesn't mean be a dick to anyone, right? That's not what we're trying to say. What I'm trying to convey here is that it is completely fine to embrace the dark emotions within you as a sense of motivation. You will realize that that will be the fuel that gets you from point A to point B and beyond. Anyway, that was a bit of a controversial take, and not a lot of people talk about stuff like that, but it's something I've been thinking about all day, and it is something I wanted to include in this vlog because no matter what people think about the idea of arrogance and being arrogant in business, I think it is a valuable tool, and when you're starting out, you need to have every tool in your repertoire so that you can get to the goal that you want. If you disagree, drop a comment below. If you agree, drop a comment below. This is what worked for me. This might not work for you, but try it out and let me know. All right, so now that we're done with that chapter, I need to finalize a couple more things for the trademark, and once it's submitted, I'm gonna be showing you kind of the outline of the process that we filled out to get our first trademark. And then I'm also gonna be submitting a second trademark. Now remember, this one is for leverage. This product right here, where the fuck is it? You see guys, this stick pack, you can take it anywhere with you, but this one is for leverage, the flagship product. And so it's gonna be just a brand mark for the leverage name, and we need to submit that to Amazon because Amazon needs it to put on the brand registry, which is their databases of brands, and then we can put it on our listing. So our listing was getting denied because of that, because it wasn't in the brand registry, and it was just saying you're not allowed to sell your own product for some reason. So once we do that, once we get ownership of the brand, then we're gonna be putting our product under the brand name leverage. And so I have to just make sure that I put in everything correctly for the US patents and trademark website so that we get the right trademark for the right industry. Because if you mess up the industry, then your trademark only holds in that industry. We want to make sure we get the trademark for the industry that this brand is in. Now the second one is going to be for the new brand that we're launching. So we have the name finalized, we have the product pretty much done, we're just waiting on some samples, but the idea of the product name, the brand name is all pretty much finalized. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to submit a trademark for that one right now, just when the process is fresh in my mind, and we're going to try to avoid all the mistakes. And we're going to try our best not to make any mistakes, because if you make a mistake and you get rejected, that's hundreds of dollars down the drain. So let's try not to do that. Also, what sucks is I pretty much filled out the entire thing, but I had to hop on an emergency call, and apparently it's a government website, so they don't save your information, so I have to fill it out all over again. So I'm gonna do that once again, and I'll see you guys when I'm done. Bro, look at how old school this is. So you have to save a form on your desktop and then import it if you want to save your data, basically. And this expires within 30 minutes of inactivity. So your boy just got shafted. So we're gonna fill it again, and I'll see you guys right after. All right, so finally got that trademark in for leverage. So we got the number, and it's gonna take about 24 hours to 48 hours for it to propagate. That means Amazon receives it and Amazon can pull from it. So we just need that number for the initial filing. We should be good to go. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna try to get our brand name into the registry and then see how this goes. And if this goes smoothly, then I'm gonna do it for the other brand as well. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. All right, so you guys can see right now that we are in the brand registry, which is the place where you enroll the brand. and it's gonna take about 48 hours for this to go through. So I'm gonna wait until then just to make sure that I filled it out smoothly. And then if this goes smoothly, we're gonna do the same for the other product as well. We wanna make sure that with this whole TikTok shop ban going on, and also the fact that our samples are coming in within 2 days, which is another exciting thing, I wanna make sure that we at least have some foundational channels set up, because TikTok is not the only channel. I keep telling my creators, we've been doing e-commerce before TikTok shop. E-commerce is a thing. There are other channels like Meta, YouTube Shorts, even new channels like Rednote, which is a Chinese app. Apparently a lot of people are flocking to, but we have traditional channels like Meta, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, Instagram. Meta and Facebook are the same thing basically, but Amazon, Walmart, there's so many different channels, Google search. So the channel is just a channel. You have to make it work. But TikTok shop is a big flywheel for a brand, and once you have the formula down of launching new brands correctly, you can go from 0 to 100K instantly. So that is a bummer, but as business owners, we prevail and we just roll with the punches and we figure shit out. So once that's done, I'm gonna keep you guys posted, but I still need to get my flight to Vegas. So I'm gonna do that right now as I'm on the desktop, and I'll see you guys when I book my flight. So I booked the flight, but my bank for some reason declined it mid-booking. So even though it charged me, it didn't go through, and the website isn't showing me that it went through. So I'm calling them to confirm if they actually charged me. Some weird BS going on. But while I'm waiting for a call back, I do have a few charges my accountant sent me, and he wanted me to review those and then also connect them to one of my bank accounts. So I'm actually going to review those. I actually just got a message from him, but I'm going to review those charges and just send him some statements and tell him some like random charges and what they're for, so that he can actually put them into the books for tax season. So I will do that now, and then I'll see you guys after. All right, guys. So it is absolutely freezing outside. It is minus 10 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in freedom units, but very cold. So I'm gonna be making a quick leverage meta mix. You gotta take this shit every day if you want to be hyper focused, high energy, and a massive boost in testosterone. You need this stuff. So I'm going to take this real quick, and then I'm going to hit a quick row and elliptical session. Nothing crazy. No strength today, just cardio. I have 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks until my High Rocks in Vegas. So we're going to be hitting some cardio today, just getting the blood flowing, nothing crazy. Then tomorrow is going to be a hard session. So I'm gonna drink this, and then we're gonna go hit a session. God damn, that tastes good. All right, guys, I'll see you after my workout. All right, bag secured, gang. I just did the 25 minutes of elliptical and then a rowing session. After that, I was supposed to do ski, but my gym downstairs only had a rower, so I just did a row because I'm not feeling like going to the other gym. But I realized halfway through my workout that because the Vegas tickets were sold out and I bought them last minute, I bought the ticket for the 2nd of February. But I had a flight that goes to Vegas on the 31st, and then from Vegas to Washington, because I'll be meeting one of my buddies in Washington. So I basically booked a flight before my race. So I need to figure out if I want to rebook both flights, or I want to rebook the one flight and just stay in Vegas for 2 days. I honestly am not a big fan of Vegas, so I want to minimize the time I spend there just for the race. But we'll see what we can do. Luckily, it's only been like an hour, so I can probably just change my flights. I got the insurance or whatever. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about this. I've done like 5 pulls today, and it's worked every single time. But for some reason, it's being weird now. How you doing? I'm good.
I think Google Meet is a bit buggy. I've noticed the same thing where calls will work on other platforms, but not really Google Meet. So
no, the thing is, like, I've had like 5 pulls on Google Meet today.
Really?
I usually do everything over Google Meet. Maybe it's because of my internet. I'm not too sure. No, not too sure.
All good. I like the Represent shirt. Are you a big fan of Represent?
Yeah, like all my clothes are from Represent. What about you?
Nice. I usually just get I have like a few jackets, but I usually get their 24/7 gym clothes.
Yeah. Nice.
Those are like my staples. If you guys could see how sketchy that tripod that I just made with a paper towel roll is. You guys be wondering. All right, we got this package right here, and this is quite an important package because this contains another sample batch of our product. So let me open that up, and I'm gonna do a product review. Now I forgot exactly what's in this sample box, so it's gonna be like Christmas for me. So I'm gonna open this real quick, and then I'm gonna do a quick unboxing review. We got our trusty unboxing knife, boom, and now we're gonna open this up. Okay, there we go. All right, now the box is open. Let's see what we got in here. Oh yeah, this is the second batch of gummies. So this is before we decided to go with the drop, but this was the second batch of gummies. So some batches were gummies and others were drops. We were trying to figure out exactly what mode of transport or mode of ingestion is gonna work best for this product. So these are some more gummies. This is what it looks like, bro. W. So this is strawberry. This is like a sour strawberry. I don't know what I think they put tapioca on it. So like Sour Patch Kids probably. The second one. Wow. So there's a sweet version, there's a sour version. Definitely prefer the sour. These are mixed berries, the sweet mixed berries. I prefer the sour, man. I don't know, I might be biased. But these taste better than the first batch, honestly. Hell yeah. The first batch, I would give it a 6 out of 10, just because it's too sweet, bro. This is not that sweet. So this one is the sweet raspberry. Let's see. So I'm trying 4 of each, basically, just to get the same amount of gummies in. So I got 3 mixed berries, sour, 3 sweet mixed berries, 3 strawberry sour, 3 raspberry sour, and like a sweet and sour version of each. I definitely prefer the sour for each one. My favorite so far is definitely the strawberry, but we'll see. I feel like a shitty food reviewer right now. Okay. The raspberry, I'll probably give it like a 7. The strawberry is like a solid 8. The mixed berry is a 7.5 if I had to rate it. But I don't think we're going to go with gummies, honestly. So it's going to be a snack for me. Not bad. I'll see you guys after. I'm going to go to the gym now. Right after eating so many gummies, I have to go to the gym. I have High Rocks Vegas in less than 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks until High Rocks Vegas. And I just signed up for the Bank of America Shamrock Shuffle, which is their 8 kilometers, I think. And then I also signed up for the half marathon for Bank of America. And I'm also doing the full marathon. So it's going to be a packed year, bro. I wasn't even planning on going that hard this year, but I'll just sign up for stuff and then I'll be like, all right, future me will deal with it. That's how you got to do it, man. That's how you do it. So lots of running. I got to tell my coach too, because I just signed up for stuff and then he has to deal with the aftermath of making sure my program is set up for it. So I'm going to message him and yeah. Productive day. Ate some gummies. I'm gonna work out. Did a ton of work. That's a win in my book. Also, today is January 15th. There's this whole TikTok ban situation going on. So I've been really busy just kind of dialing that in. And the more I want to really document this stuff to show that setbacks and hurdles do happen, I've just been so busy. So I'm trying my best to document this whole fiasco. And once we get through it, we'll look back at it and be like, oh shit, it was no big deal, baby. You know, trudging through the snow. All right, guys, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'll see you guys right after. All right, what is up, y'all? So I just got back from a quick run. I just ended up going to the gym downstairs because the only prescribed workout for me was a run today. My knee is still a bit tweaked, but honestly, I'm almost there, bro. I'm almost there. I don't feel anything, but then it just like snaps or like it just gets inflamed or something, and then my knee just gets in pain all of a sudden. So, but I feel like we're making progress on that. I'm stretching. I'm also doing some strength training, so we're getting back there. And we kind of have to get back there because I got a marathon, I got a half marathon, I got an 8K, I got potentially an Ironman. I got 2 High Rocks coming up, bro. And this whole time I'm thinking I gotta plan out the races for my next year. And then I'm probably scrolling my email list or I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see something and I immediately sign up without even thinking twice about it. So that is a bad thing and a good thing because sometimes the races are in a whole different city. So then I have to book travel and logistics and stay. But it is what it is, man. It's a healthy addiction. That's what it is. But what I wanted to say is this is my advice to anyone that is an entrepreneur but doesn't consistently work out. Y'all are missing out. I have never felt worse off after a workout in my life. It's always a rush of endorphins. You feel better. You feel like every problem you have is just washed away. Today was a pretty stressful day, I'm not gonna lie. Just a lot of uncertainty with this whole ban situation. Not just with this whole ban situation, but also planning plan B. Making sure that, one, you don't waste time, but also you have strict contingencies in place in case TikTok does actually get banned. And this is of January 15th. So if you guys see this in the future and TikTok does get banned, then then those plans are probably in motion. So some days are stressful, some days not so much. But honestly, out of the two samples or the two batch of samples I've had, the second one is a way better sample in my opinion. I'm going to be sending it to some of my business partners so that they can try it out. But I'm excited for the drops to come in tomorrow because those might be the products that we need. Drops are better for this particular supplement because of improved absorption. The ingredients are more effective in the drop form, and also it's less sugar. I feel like this supplement is specific in the fact that people that know about it tend to be a bit more health focused, so they won't really care if it's in gummy form or not. They might prefer if it's not in gummy form because gummies, I don't know, for me as someone that into biohacking and health, I just find gummies to be extra sugar and also just spikes your dopamine. But that's me. I'm not making this product specifically for me. It's for a very specific type of person, audience, and from what we've researched, they are likely not going to care. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have some dinner. Probably going to go to this poke place and get some ramen or something. It is perfect ramen weather, but first I'm going to shower. I'll see y'all right after.